Well, it is my absolute privilege to present the next Regent Teaching Excellence Award to Dr. Kirti Premadasa. Dr. Premadasa, or Dr. P, as many people call him, has spent more than 10 years teaching at the UW system, 9 as a faculty member at UW colleges. As a mathematician and a scientist, he implements his teaching philosophy through a wide range of research-guided interventions in the classroom. As one example, which might take you back to your own college math days, he addressed student difficulty understanding integration by reviewing integration applications by reviewing existing research. He learned that the underlying cause was the student's inability to visualize an integral as an accumulation. He and his colleagues developed a special lesson to help students, which Professor P published in a peer-reviewed international journal. Dr. P engages students with deep learning and robust peer discussion. He has been known to use social media and cell phone clickers, and even a sense of humor to engage students in solving problems and to give them each a voice in his class. Professor Premadasa worked with the department chair to design a new pathway for students taking developmental mathematics to increase the odds would go on to pass college algebra. The program is now in its 3rd year with very positive results. He has also mentored 4 undergraduate research projects, 2 of which have gone on to be published. Last December, he was named a U.S. Fulbright Specialist for 3 years. A colleague had this to say about our honoree. Dr. Premadasa is one of the best teachers that I've ever had the pleasure of getting to know. Not only is he superb with students in the classroom, he continues teaching every minute of the day, helping department members stay current on the newest technologies and teaching methods to make us all better teachers. With that, please join me in welcoming our honoree, Dr. Kirti Premadasa.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, Board of Regents of the UW system and leadership of the UW system, chancellors, presidents, my friends and invitees who have come, everybody else. This is a great moment. I never dreamed that I would stand here. Especially since the story began 10 years ago, actually 12 years ago in 2006. I remember the date exactly. 2006, May 17th, I received a telephone call from about 7:30 at night from OBGYN who just stated that our daughter, who we had after many years of having a child, is diagnosed with a rare chromosomal abnormality, and then which at that very moment, I decided that I should give my older daughter the privilege of living her life in a country where there is a strong constitution, where she will have rights and she will be protected for life and she will get the best opportunity to live. And what I did was I actually started applying for jobs. From where? From Sri Lanka. To where? Jobs in the United States, because I did my graduate studies here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you see how difficult it is actually to apply for a job and get an interview from Sri Lanka. So I applied for quite a few and nothing, absolutely nothing. Then one university had the courage, I have no idea to this day why they had the courage, to give me a 6-month position on a J1 visa. Ladies and gentlemen, my first thanks goes to UW Whitewater for doing that. and there's two of them right here. Thank you very much, UW Whitewater, math department, for giving me the chance. And when that was about to expire, when I had 2 days to leave the country with my family, they renewed again the relentlessly battle to keep me there. And then the UW colleges took over. And my colleagues at UW Marathon County and UW Baraboo Sauk County, and the leaders, the deans, the chancellors, and then UW Platteville, who had always given me inspiration and a warm welcome and kept me going for the last 10 years of my life. And then I want to thank them all, but mostly to my amazing wife, with whom I celebrated 20 years of wedding anniversary last 4 days in Paris. And especially for marrying a mathematician for 20 years, which I tell is no easy task. Now, and then my students, who actually wrote recommendation letters for me, and my colleagues, Kavita Bhatia and Brian Mayan Murphy, who wrote recommendation letters for me. Now, if you look at my students' recommendation letters, an overall theme that has come out is that they say that I have touched their lives. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these students are coming from the small towns in Wisconsin, and they have never seen someone from South Asia with a weird accent teaching the very subject of mathematics to them. But yet they feel that I touched their lives. How did I do that? When you have a classroom full of 20 students, most of you had a preconception of, I hate math. In front of you, how do you touch their lives in 50 minutes? That, ladies and gentlemen, is what I have been doing. I feel that the best way to touch their lives is to give them the confidence that their lives means something, that they can realize their dreams, they can go on to become productive professionals in this country and achieve their dreams. And to do that, it's not enough for me to make them to solve easy routine problems. I should get them to solve difficult problems, deep learning, so that only when they solve difficult problems, they get the confidence, I can do this. And the moment they get that moment, you cannot stop them. They become what are known as self-reliant learners. And they will go and they will become professionals in every area that you can imagine. And that is what I do. And that is exactly how I touch their life. So if you look at my research, say using Twitter to give a difficult problem and asking them to solve over a period of time, or to do undergraduate research, or to use cell phone clickers to give everybody in the classroom a voice, or to use inverted classroom where they would watch a video, and then in the classroom I give them problems and I can go to each one of them and say, let's do this, you and I. And by doing that, my last 10 years of research has been getting students to solve difficult problems. Now, what do I do? So when I touch these students, they will become professionals. And someday, I'm pretty sure, in my dying moment, I'm sure I will not be able to recognize 1 and 2, let alone solve higher order differential equations. But my students all over Wisconsin will be all over the nation, be all over the world. They will use the mathematics that I taught. They will use the confidence that I gave them over the years. And ladies and gentlemen, now, thanks to the UW system, which had served me for so long, I get a chance to give that back to my country of Sri Lanka, where the discussion in the classroom, the problem solving, will link for the very first time in live sessions between the universities and the private sector in IT and robotics. So the private sector and the university will do live problem solving while in the classroom. The cycle is complete. And I often ask, how did this happen? How did this guy who came from a 6-month visa and was nearly asked to leave the country come here? It could be mathematically, probability and statistics. Even the remotest event can happen. That is allowed. Or it could be the passion of a couple of parents who fought resiliently and tenaciously for their family for 20 years. Or, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I feel when I got that fateful telephone call 12 years ago that it was written that someday I would tell my story to this most prestigious audience in the UW system. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you.